Yo, what up, what up? It's your man, Big Brandon Carter. I'm about to give you guys the 3 keys to rapid fat loss. Now make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, because at the end, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to get something very special, something exclusive. So stay tuned for that. Now before I give you the 3 keys to rapid fat loss, it's important for me to note that these are things I've seen work for thousands of people during my years as a trainer. So tip number 1 is you have to be in a caloric deficit, meaning to burn fat, you have to be burning more calories than you consume. Now here's the thing, people always say, well, what do I eat, man? What should I eat? What kind of food should I eat? What foods are good for burning fat? Or all that's bullshit. It doesn't really matter what you eat as long as you're burning more calories than you consume. All right, as long as you're in a caloric deficit. For example, there was once a study done by a professor at an Ivy League university, and it's called the Twinkie diet. I know it sounds ridiculous, but bear with me. This guy, he ate all junk food, a lot of Twinkies, candy, sweets, hot dogs, burgers. That's all his diet consisted of. But he was still making sure the total caloric intake was low, so he was still in a caloric deficit, and he lost fat. He lost fat eating junk food, man. Now, that kind of diet may have other health ramifications, but that's kind of beyond the scope of what we're talking about here. We're just talking about burning fat. He ate all crap and still lost weight because he was in a deficit. Your body runs off calories, okay? And when you're in a caloric deficit, meaning you're burning more calories than you consume, your body doesn't have any more calories to run off of, so it runs off your fat cells, because that's what fat is for. Mammals store fat to use as energy during times of caloric scarcity. So the only way to burn fat is to deliberately set up those circumstances where your body needs to use the fat as energy, and that's by being in a caloric deficit. So to find out if you're in a caloric deficit, an easy calculation is to take your weight in pounds, multiply that by 10, and that's about how many calories you need to put yourself in a caloric deficit, because even if you didn't do exercise, you would still lose weight with that calculation, because your body uses calories just staying alive, or walking around or breathing, and that alone is enough to help you lose fat, provided you follow key number 2 to burn fat fast. And key number 2 is to keep a log, man. Keep a detailed nutrition log. Write down everything you're eating. If you're going to be counting calories, then write down the calories of everything you eat and the total throughout the day. If you're going to use another method like the portion size method, just make sure you're keeping a log and keeping track. And then at the end of the week, what you want to do is take your measurements, measure your waist, measure your body parts, and see if they're getting smaller. Pause. And if they are, then you'll know exactly why you had the data. And if they're not, then you can look back over the data throughout the week and then make the adjustments accordingly. And you keep making adjustments until you see progress. And even if you're making progress, you want to keep making adjustments to optimize the progress you're making. People tell me all the time, yo man, I tried everything, I'm doing everything. All right, but let me see your log. And I say that because I'm a dick, and I know if they haven't been losing weight, I know they don't have a log, because everyone who keeps a detailed log makes progress. I've never seen it not work, and every time someone says they failed in their fat loss journey, they didn't have a log. What gets measured gets managed. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. It's going to be out of control. Like every successful business keeps track of the books, the sales, the inventory, expenses. They can look at that data and know why their business is succeeding or not. You got to do the same with your body, man. You got to take this shit seriously. Stop fucking around. And once you got all that in order, step number 3 will take you to the whole nother level. HIIT cardio. HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. Now this is different from steady state cardio. Like steady state cardio is something like jogging around, or the elliptical machine, or saying anything you do at a low intensity for a long period of time. Yeah, don't do that shit. When you're doing steady state cardio, all right, you only burn calories while you're doing the exercise. For example, if somebody like jogs for a mile, on average, that's going to burn about 100 calories. There's more than 100 calories in like a handful of almonds or a banana, right? So if you jog a mile and eat a banana, it's like you did nothing, man. It's like you did nothing. Now, HIIT cardio is different. HIIT cardio is when you do something or you do an exercise for a short period of time, but you go all out. Then you stop for a minute, then you go all out, and it's like intervals, high intensity interval training. Now, one of the main benefits of HIIT cardio is it raises